Good morning, Juliana. You know how over the last 3 days we've been talking that Greece is no longer under a bailout program. However, Athens still has to comply with certain fiscal targets and actually put forward some further measures under a debt relief package that it signed late last year. And of course, actually I should say that European officials told me earlier this month that Greece was behind schedule when it comes to delivering this latest set of reforms. And of course, as a result, it risks not getting fresh money from Europe. Yesterday, when I interviewed the finance minister, Euclid Tsakalotos, I asked him what are the plans really, what's the status of the latest reform implementation. Let's listen in.
I foresee that the most likely result in the 27th is that they'll have a report that says Greece has done an awful lot of work. There's still some to be done to just pass legislation that has been agreed by the time of the Eurogroup of the 11th. So the report will be favourable. It will say that we've done all this stuff. There are one or two things that have to pass through Parliament, but they're agreed legislation, so it's a formality till the 11th of March Eurogroup.
Fair enough. Just one final question on this subject. Greece issued the first bond post-bailout, that is, and it was quite successful. There's a big cash buffer as well after exiting the third bailout program. Is Greece in a position to potentially say no to that central bank profit money?
Well, we don't see it as only as an issue of whether we need the money. Okay. We see it as an issue that both the creditors and the institutions are confident that Greece is continuing on a reform strategy. So it's a signalling thing more than a money thing. Of course, money is always useful. We don't need it immediately because, as you say, we have a cash buffer, which means our debt is in a very good situation after the summer deal. And that's why we were able to go out to the markets 3 or 4 weeks ago, and why investors are confident in the Greek economy, and the spreads have reduced since we've come out in the markets, and they're now, even the 10-year bond yield is much reduced. So I think it's continuing with the reform strategy, knowing what you want to do. We don't surprise investors. We provided this growth strategy I told you before, where it had the priorities on the justice system, on the public administration, on the business environment. We also put in there that we would raise the minimum wage, so everybody knows what Syriza is about. There's no surprises. There's no the hidden agenda. Whereas we have New Democracy, who promises huge tax cuts, which I can't see where the money's coming from, whether it's budgeted, which is a serious issue for both, I think, markets and for people thinking of voting New Democracy.
So this money that the finance minister Euclid Tsakalotos is mentioning is profits that central banks in Europe made when purchasing Greek bonds. And it's going to be really important now to follow the report to understand what the European institutions are going to say in the coming weeks. It's expected the European Commission will publish a report later this month to really give an update on the latest set of reforms here in Greece. And then the big focus is really on the Eurogroup meeting on March the 11th. That's when the Europeans are going to be discussing whether Greece has implemented, I should say, these reforms and is, of course, in a position to actually get fresh money from Europe.
Hi, I'm Joanna Bersecci, and thank you for watching. You can check out more of our videos by clicking on the boxes on the screen. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more from CNBC International. Thank you for watching.